Revered for their incredible speed and feline grace, adult cheetahs are known as masterful hunters. For their cubs, growing to independence is the most dangerous time of their lives. In Tanzania's Serengeti National Park, it's estimated that only 1 in 20 cheetah cubs survive to maturity. So daunting are these odds, it's a wonder cheetahs still endure here. The cheetah mother approaches cautiously. Whatever killed her cub may still be in the area. The bereaved cheetah mother, known as Cat, is recognizable by a small scar on the inside of her left eye. Losing a cub is not an experience she is likely to forget. In the future, she will be more vigilant. It has been 2 years since Cat lost her cub to lions. She now has a new litter. 5 extra mouths that need feeding, 4 males and 1 high-spirited female. Cat's cubs are 2 months old and ready to head for the open plains. It's the dry season, a difficult time for predators. Prey is hardly plentiful in this parched landscape. Cat and her family will soon have to follow the migrating herds. But for now, there are still some Thompson's gazelles nearby. Cat's hunting prowess has been honed over many years. Her cubs are summoned from their hiding place. The chances that all 5 of Cat's cubs will survive are slim. The quality of maternal care has a direct bearing on the cub's chances of success. Cat is now a very experienced mother, routinely providing food for her offspring. The cheetah's world is one of threat, opportunity, and adversity. This is Cat's captivating and hazardous world, one in which she is compelled to raise 5 cubs to independence. But the odds are not in her favor. Though well known as scavengers, hyenas are dogged hunters whose looks belie their power. They are more than capable of killing an adult cheetah, let alone a cub. Cat positions herself between the potential threat and her cubs, and, as the hyena moves closer, she defends her young resolutely. Cat persistently glances back to ensure her cubs are safe, while she keeps the predator at bay. Each time the hyena moves too close, Cat goes on the offensive. Eventually, the intruder is driven off. Cat's daughter is the adventurous one of the litter. At this age, the irrepressible cubs seem to possess limitless energy. While her offspring play, Cat is always alert to danger. Her constant vigilance is one of the reasons she's a good mother. The cheetah family's neighbors are not all fearsome, but will blithely intrude if there's a meal close by, particularly in the dry season when greenery is at a premium. The cheetah's playground is just another place for the giraffe to feed. cat judges the best time to relinquish their shade. Though in no direct danger, she will take no chances as the giraffe approaches. A wayward hoof could easily injure a cub. Cat's bold daughter stays behind to take a closer look at the visitor. Eventually, the fastest mammal on Earth surrenders the tree to the tallest. Bonding and sibling affection are important parts of a cheetah's lifestyle. All females grow to be single mothers or loners. Males form coalitions with their brothers. Athletic play develops skills needed for hunting. The cubs themselves are their own first teachers as they trip, pounce and wrestle with each other. As the cubs rough and tumble, free from adult responsibilities, Cat finds a vantage point in the form of a termite mound. Even a slight elevation gives Cat a much better opportunity to spot prey. But the higher, the better. Cat's keen eyes have targeted a potential victim. Cat is an old pro at hunting. In the dry season, there are fewer easy fawns to catch, so cheetahs are forced to concentrate on the adults. Catching prey and keeping it are very different skills in the Serengeti. Cheetahs will usually hide their kills wherever possible before starting to feed. Here, on the endless open plains, there is nowhere to go. Cat bolts her food. The presence of vultures is a danger to her. These winged scavengers advertise the presence of food, and other, more dangerous predators are attracted by the sign of a free meal. After the vultures have stripped the carcass, there is precious little left for the hyena. A serious injury to Cat at this stage would mean death for all her family. Given this grave reality, her hard-earned prey is abandoned. Cat must move as far away as possible from the hyena before she can hunt again. Anxious to find another meal for her brood, Cat is unaware that she is being watched. Hyenas are not Cat's only competition. The rogue male cheetah muscles in on the kill. Again, Cat will not risk injury by attacking. In an uneasy truce, the larger male cheetah takes the choice hindquarters, while Cat stays at the other end. Cat's female cub is bold enough to approach, but not to feed. Cat is close enough to act if the male's actions become threatening. The adult male is not aggressive. It seems he's only interested in a free meal. With more to lose than just food, Cat and her family withdraw. After their recent loss of prey, things are about to take a turn for the better in the fortunes of Cat and her family. With the great rains, the herds return to the area. Pastures are renewed and the young are born. At its height, the Great Migration can feature over 2 million animals. It's an epic tableau illustrating nature at the height of its glory. Now, at around 12 months old, Cat's cubs have lost most of their kitten mane, and their features have broadened. A nearby bat-eared fox has unwittingly blundered into the cheetah's vicinity. Ever curious, the cheetah cubs investigate the newcomer. Their inquisitive nature leads them to circle the fox. It seems understandably anxious to move on if it can find a gap in the spotted wall. Cat focuses her attention on more important matters. A good cheetah mother will also demonstrate techniques that the cubs will imitate and learn. The all-important first skill to master is how to catch prey. No match for an adult cheetah, the Thompson's fawn is caught with little effort. But Cat doesn't kill it. It is delivered to her cubs, like a mouse to a mob of playful tomcats. This may seem cruel, but without the opportunity to rehearse what they have learned from watching their mother, the cubs will not acquire the skills necessary to survive. Faced with an inert fawn, the cubs seem bemused. Only when the fawn flees does the hunting instinct take over. The cubs have to learn the chase and trip if they're going to make it to independence. Eventually, the fawn is killed, and a lesson is learned, if not yet completely mastered. Perfecting the skills of chasing and tripping is only the first part of the cub's education. Once prey is vulnerable on the ground, then comes swift asphyxiation. Thrashing horned heads and flailing limbs can still incapacitate a careless cheetah. While her brothers gorge, Cat's daughter illustrates what she has picked up from her mother. Her stranglehold technique may waver, but it's good practice. However, practice is no substitute for the real thing. Cat leads her 5 strong hunting novices to the herds and lets them loose. As Cat watches this less than impressive display, the cubs return to her. Confused by the young cheetah's behavior, the wildebeest move in. That is, until Cat explodes from the grass. Cat has almost fulfilled her maternal role, The cubs are nearly old enough to fend for themselves. For Cat, this in itself is an extraordinary achievement. Whether the cubs survive on their own is another matter. Cat's cubs will leave their capable mother at the most difficult time of year for any predator. The dry season is upon them, a time of waterless riverbeds, scarcity of prey, and increased competition. As the grasses gradually transform from green to brown, Cat is left alone. She has been an exceptional mother, but once her cubs leave, she has nothing more to do with them. At 14 months old, the cubs wander in search of prey. When game is scarce, they will survive on smaller animals, such as hares. The months ahead promise only hardship. An unusual sight brings the female up short. Remarkable predators, of a kind the cubs have never seen before, are trotting towards them with purpose in their gait. Believed to be extinct in the Serengeti, wild dogs have returned to their former hunting grounds. Competition comes in more familiar guises. Lone adult male cheetahs range here too. This one might be establishing a territory. He definitely wasn't expecting company. The adult male confronts the trespassers. Cat's cubs don't appear to understand his simple message. He makes it clearer. But he is guarded. 5 cheetahs, despite their inexperience, could be too much for him. Injury is something no cheetah can risk. To lay claim to the land, the adult male makes his mark. Nervously, the cubs retreat. Week by week, the 5 cubs are learning and sharpening their hunting skills. They are growing and getting stronger. A welcome sight in this arid landscape. A lone Thompson's gazelle. Once again, the female, or Kit by name, takes the lead as an ambush is prepared. In a group, female cheetahs generally do most of the hunting. At last, success. Despite the security of being in a large group, Kit, soon to be a sexually receptive young adult, distances herself. It's time for her to move on. She has her own priorities now and won't be involved with her brothers again. Coinciding with Kit's departure is the coming of the rains. Once again, the cheetahs will have an abundant choice as the grazers return en masse to feast on the new shoots. Kit surveys her new hunting grounds. Kat's daughter seems to be reveling in her independence. This display may be a reaction to the wildebeest's cautious interest. Her behavior is conspicuous. Kit has inadvertently moved into an occupied territory held by a coalition of 5 adult cheetah males. In estrus, Kit is the subject of close male attention. But she isn't ready to receive them yet. A mating is inevitable. The males will wait until Kit is receptive, even if it means several days. For now, these 4 are merely observers. The dominant of the 5 plays the suitor. During the courtship, Kit reacts like any domestic cat. The male is patient and follows Kit's lead. To witness cheetahs mating is a rare sight. With Kat's daughter now almost certainly pregnant, and her 4 sons established as a formidable hunting coalition, her family's future seems promising. To underline that promise, Kat's 4 sons target prey. Echoing the cheetah family's last encounter with a giraffe, it's now the turn of Kit's own cubs to make a splash. Kit has a litter of 2 and moves with her offspring towards the acacia forests in search of game. Like her mother before her, she has to show her cubs by example. She assesses the potential prey. Ever bold, Kat's daughter takes on the adult Grant's gazelle, nearly twice her size. It's a risk, but there are other mouths to feed now. After a crucial mistake, Kit finds herself pinned to the ground, one horn piercing her ribcage. The gazelle pushes home the opportunity. With terrifying brute force, the hapless cheetah is driven forward. Her cubs don't realize it, but the gazelle has just signaled the death of a cheetah family. Kat's daughter, Kit, died 2 days later. Without her, the cubs stood no chance of survival. Many kilometers away, Kat continues to prove that she is a survivor. But there is a threat here, and it's not from the horns of a gazelle. 4 adult males have moved into her range. From a distance, they watch Kat move off. Already fat from a previous kill, Kat abandons her catch. The ever-present vultures wait this time until the mother cheetah leaves. The first of the four intruders moves towards Cat. It's believed that these are Cat's sons, unwittingly coming across their mother. They're very curious. Cat, however, seems uncharacteristically nervous. The four brothers don't seem to be aggressive. This could be because they recognize their mother. But Cat is defensive. A far cry from the patient and devoted mother she was once to these four young cheetahs. She adopts a submissive posture as she slopes away. However, there is a good reason for Cat's defensive behavior. In fact, there are 5. Cat's 5th tiny cub has to be reined in by its ever-attentive mother. The best chance of survival for Serengeti cheetah cubs starts at home. Blessed with their extraordinary mother, Cat's cubs already have the finest start on their dangerous path to independence.